Hi guys. The writing that you're going to do today is a continuation of what you worked on yesterday, which was making your writing stronger, longer, and more convincing. And of course, I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see what I mean about that. For your opinion writing today, we're going to ask you to gather more evidence to support each of your opinions. And we're going to ask you to read closely and notice new details that will become new ideas. Your teachers would like you to slow down, reading closely, and paying attention to the little details. This will help you develop new ideas so you can write longer. When you're looking for something new to write about, go back and look carefully at one part of the book that you're reading. Start to notice details you didn't see before. It's like being a detective looking for new clues to spark the ideas for your opinions. When you do notice something important, don't just sit back and relax. Think, will this new idea become a page in my writing? These phrases may be helpful when you do find a new detail. You might say, oh, this makes me think, or the thought I have about this is, or what is important here is that. And of course, take a minute to plan or jot notes so you don't forget this idea. After developing new opinions about your book, begin searching for a few pieces of evidence to support each of your opinions. Okay, so when you're looking to develop new opinions about a book that you're working with, you can ask yourself, what lesson does this book teach? Or is there a lesson a character just figured out? So you don't need to just go back and look for character traits. You might include now a lesson. I feel that Katie Wu learned a lesson in both Blows Her Top and Boss of the World. With the help of her friends, she learns not to overreact and not to be so bossy. Now that I've figured out this new detail, I can begin looking for evidence in both books to support my opinion. And of course, I'll jot down those notes on my Post-its as I find them. Now, this is something to consider, this helpful linking words chart, when you're trying to make your writing stronger. Whenever you're using more than one reason or example, these linking words let your reader know you're saying something important. And besides the ones on the chart, you could also try first, second, third. And no, don't put those all in one sentence. They're all for separate sentences. You might say, my first reason is, or a second thought I had, or here's a third example of how the character shows she's oblivious to her friend's feelings. You might try, not only this, but, or while, in addition, or in addition to. Another reason is, or after all. So try experimenting with these linking words or phrases as you write today. And it is time to write. But before you begin writing today, think about going back and looking at different parts of any of the 3 books of Creature Campers' The Secret of Shadow Lake with the eye of a detective looking for clues. So look more closely at the details. Is there a lesson you could write about? Are you seeing character traits more clearly now that you've read all 3 books? Try talking about a character in more detail. Compare characters or notice how they get along. Make sure you have evidence to support all of your opinions. So I'm going to unshare my screen with you. So as you're writing today, you actually have 2 options. You can start a whole new piece, or you may want to go back and add to what you were writing yesterday. So what you could do is look for more evidence, especially where you have now the full idea of Creature Campers, The Secret of Shadow Lake. You know how it ends, and you've had the chance to look at the characters develop over all 3 books. So what you might want to do is add more details to what you wrote about yesterday, find more evidence now that you have the 3rd book, or write a whole new page. Perhaps think about a lesson learned. I was thinking about the way the campers or the creatures all worked together when they were trying to free the lake monster from the net. They all had a special feature that they used to their advantage. So one had a long arm, or one had a skinny arm that helped, and one couldn't fly, but the wing flapping created wind that blew the net. So somehow each creature's special feature, help them work together. So maybe that could be a lesson that you want to think about adding into your writing today. But whether you start a whole new piece, which you're welcome to do, or go back and add more information or detail to what you're writing about yesterday, make sure you have 2 or 3 pieces of evidence to support each one of your thoughts or that will fit on each one of your pages. Okay. And then reread it and make sure it flows and it sounds good to you.